Picture this: a vast, sun-scorched desert, where the shifting sands whisper secrets of survival. Now, imagine a creature so perfectly adapted to this harsh world that it moves like a ghost across the dunes, leaving only a mysterious, winding trail. In the next 10 seconds, I'm going to introduce you to a master of camouflage, an ambush predator with horns like a tiny dragon, the one and only Saharan Horned Viper. This is not a creature from a fantasy novel, but a very real and very deadly predator of the desert sands. Welcome to the world of the Saharan Horned Viper, a snake that has captivated and terrified humans for centuries. Its scientific name is Sorastes. Sorastes, but it's those distinctive horns that have earned it its legendary status, found across the vast arid landscapes of North Africa and parts of the Middle East. This viper is the embodiment of desert adaptation. It's a creature that thrives where most would perish, a testament to the incredible power of evil. Forget what you think you know about snakes. The Saharan Horned Viper plays by its own set of rules, written in the golden language of the sand. Its life is a masterclass in patience, precision, and potent power, all wrapped up in a beautifully patterned, sandy-colored package. So, let's get ready to dig deep into the life of this incredible reptile, uncovering the secrets behind its unique horns, its sidewinding dance, and its deadly venom. First, let's address the most striking feature of this viper: those iconic horns perched just above its eyes. These are not true horns made of bone, but are actually modified scales. A single, sharp, upright scale protrudes above each eye, giving the viper a devilish and unforgettable appearance. But what are they for? For a long time, scientists were puzzled. Some speculated they were for defense, perhaps to make the snake harder for a predator to swallow. Others thought they might be a display for attracting mates. The most compelling theory, however, ties back to the viper's ultimate challenge: surviving in the desert. One idea is that the horns help to break up the snake's outline, enhancing its already superb camouflage. When buried in the sand with only its eyes and horns showing, it looks less like a head and more like a random bit of desert debris. Another fascinating hypothesis suggests the horns protect the viper's sensitive eyes from the abrasive, shifting sand. Like a tiny, built-in visor, they could help shield its vision from the constant barrage of gritty particles, which is crucial for a predator that relies on sight to spot its next meal. While the exact function is still debated, it's clear these horns are more than just a cool accessory. They are a key part of this viper's survival toolkit. Living in one of the hottest, driest places on Earth requires a special set of skills, and the Saharan Horned Viper is a graduate with honors from the School of Desert Survival. Its body is a marvel of adaptation. The snake's coloration is its first line of defense and its primary hunting tool. Its sandy paliello, or reddish-brown skin, is mottled with darker, subtle spots, allowing it to blend in perfectly with the desert floor. This camouflage is so effective that an unsuspecting lizard or rodent might walk right over it without ever knowing the danger lurking beneath its feet. But the viper doesn't just blend in. It disappears. Using a rapid shimmying motion of its body, the Saharan Horned Viper can bury itself in loose sand in a matter of seconds. It wriggles and vibrates, sending a cascade of sand over its back until only its eyes, nostrils, and those famous horns are exposed. From this hidden vantage point, it becomes a living landmine, patiently waiting for prey to wander into striking range. This isn't just about hunting, it's also about escaping the brutal desert heat. By burying itself, the viper can access the cooler layers of sand beneath the sun-baked surface, a vital strategy for regulating its body temperature and conserving precious moisture. When the Saharan Horned Viper needs to move, it doesn't slither in a straight line like many other snakes. Instead, it employs a mesmerizing and highly efficient form of locomotion known as This movement is a beautiful, hypnotic dance across the sand. The snake throws its body forward in a series of shaped curves, but only 2 points of its body touch the hot ground at any given moment. This minimizes contact with a scorching surface, preventing it from overheating. Sidewinding also provides excellent traction on the loose, shifting sands, where a typical slither would be slow and inefficient. As it moves, it leaves behind a distinctive series of parallel, J-shaped tracks in the sand, a clear signature that a horned viper has passed by. This unique movement allows the viper to travel surprisingly quickly and efficiently across its sandy domain, whether it's hunting for food, searching for a mate, or finding a new place to lie in wait. It's a perfect example of how an animal's movement can be exquisitely tailored to its environment, turning a challenging landscape into a personal highway. The Saharan Horned Viper is a patient and deadly ambush predator. It doesn't actively chase its prey. It lets the prey come to it. After burying itself in the sand, it can remain perfectly still for hours, a model of reptilian patience. It waits for the right moment, conserving its energy until an unsuspecting meal wanders too close. Its diet consists mainly of small desert animals like lizards, geckos, hairbills, hairballs, and small birds that forage on the ground. The viper's eyes, positioned high on its head, give it a wide field of vision, allowing it to scan its surroundings without moving a muscle. When a victim enters the strike zone, the viper explodes from the sand with astonishing speed. The strike is a blur of motion, over in a fraction of a second. It lunges, bites, injects its potent venom, and often recoils just as quickly. The fangs of the Saharan Horned Viper are relatively long and hinged, allowing them to fold back against the roof of its mouth when not in use. When it strikes, they swing forward to deliver a deadly dose of venom deep into the prey's tissue, and that venom is a formidable weapon. The Saharan Horned Viper's venom is primarily hemotoxic, meaning it attacks the blood and tissue. The complex cocktail of toxins works to break down cells, destroy blood vessels, and prevent the blood from clotting. For a small lizard or rodent, the effect is rapid and catastrophic. The venom quickly incapacitates the prey, beginning the process of digestion even before the snake begins to swallow it. After the strike, the viper often waits for the venom to do its work before cautiously approaching the subdued animal. It then uses its incredible sense of smell, flicking its forked tongue to taste the air and track its meal. Once located, it swallows the prey whole, a process made possible by its flexible jaws that can stretch to accommodate surprisingly large items. While a bite to a human is not usually fatal, it is extremely dangerous and requires immediate medical attention. A bite can cause severe pain, massive swelling, blistering, and necrosis, or tissue death, around the wound. Without treatment, it can lead to permanent disability or, in rare cases, death. This potent venom is the viper's ultimate tool, ensuring that once it strikes, the hunt is almost always successful. When the sun sets and the desert air cools, the Saharan Horned Viper becomes most active. As a primarily nocturnal creature, it uses the cover of darkness to its advantage. This allows it to avoid the lethal daytime temperatures and hunt when many of its prey animals are also active. It's keeled or ridged. Scales are another interesting adaptation. When threatened, the viper will often rub the sides of its body together, creating a loud, rasping or crackling sound. This behavior, known as stridulation, is a clear warning to any potential predator, like a desert fox or a bird of prey, to back off. It's an auditory stay-away sign, a way to avoid a physical confrontation. If the warning sound isn't enough, the viper will adopt a defensive posture, coiling its body tightly and puffing itself up to appear larger and more intimidating, all while keeping its horned head aimed directly at the threat. Reproduction for these vipers is tied to the cooler months. After mating, the female will lay a clutch of about 10 to 20 eggs in a damp burrow or under a rock to protect them from the extreme heat. Unlike some vipers that give birth to live young, the Saharan Horned Viper is oviparous, meaning it lays eggs. The hatchlings emerge as perfect, tiny replicas of their parents, complete with minuscule horns and an innate knowledge of how to survive in their sandy kingdom. From its devilish horns to its sidewinding dance, the Saharan Horned Viper is a true icon of the desert. It is a deadly predator, a master of camouflage, and a survivor against all odds. Its life is a silent, patient game of waiting, a testament to the incredible and often brutal beauty of evolution. This snake is not evil. It is simply perfectly adapted to its world, a world of endless sand and blistering sun. It reminds us that even in the most inhospitable places on Earth, life finds a way to thrive, often in the most spectacular and unexpected forms. The Saharan Horned Viper is more than just a snake. It is a symbol of the wild, untamable spirit of the desert itself. So the next time you think of the vast, empty desert, remember the horned ghost that slides silently across its dunes, a deadly and beautiful predator of the sands.